when we refer to people with Parkinson and we think about their sexuality, we have to know that there are a few things we have to take into consideration. First, the age, sometimes the changes that they feel in their sexuality, which mean their ability to touch, their ability to love, their ability to get sexually excited, their ability to react to close relationship. Sometimes it changes due to other factors which have nothing to do to Parkinson, but they just go parallelly at the same time. Let's say that we are aging. Let's say that I am on menopause, and at the same time I was diagnosed for Parkinson. So first we have to know that every factor that affects sexuality of every person will be there. It does not vanish because I got Parkinson and this and other factors just vanish away. It's not like this. So we have to know it. It means that if someone has a chronic illness like hypertension and they get medication for their hypertension, this factor will affect their sexuality. So this is one issue. The other issue is the relationship issue. It means how is my sexual relationship and how is my couple relationship with my partner? Let's say that I'm a woman, I have a husband. How are we? If we are in a very bad relationship, then the Parkinson will really decrease it into bad stage and the tension will be very high. But if we are very energetic couple, feeding one another, supporting one another with affection, with love, with everything that couplehood has in it, then the Parkinson will be a burden, but will not destroy our sexual life. So this is the second issue. It's the close relationship and the support that we have within the relationship that we have. The third one is the Parkinson itself. Now, the Parkinson itself has various influences. First, the disease itself, the knowledge of the disease, the psychological effect of the disease, the fact that maybe I cannot work as I used to work before. Maybe I had to do an early retirement. Maybe I was used to function in one way and now I cannot function. So the disease itself has a psychological effect, but also its physical effect, because Parkinson changes our movements. Let's say I cannot move as I used to. And let's say that my wife liked very much when I caressed her, but now my movements are very awkward. I can't do it. So this is the disease itself. Maybe the sensation in intimate part changed. I don't feel the same. Maybe I am not aroused at the same pace. Maybe I cannot come. I'm aroused, but I cannot reach my orgasm. So the disease itself causes some changes. Now we have medications and treatments for the Parkinson. The medication themselves has an influence. For example, let's say that I'm depressed. And let's say that the doctor prescribed me with some medication which are antidepressant. I will feel better. I will feel more relaxed. But then I might feel a decreased sexual desire because the antidepressant relax everything. They relax sometimes also the sexual system. Or sometimes because of the antidepressant, I will not reach orgasm because antidepressant for some people hold their ability to reach orgasm. So it will be the medication which are received for the depression because of the Parkinson, and I will have some sexual effect. We have to know it. And you have to know that some of the physicians are not aware of these symptoms, so tell them. Tell your physician about it, because you are the one who know it. So we have all these stages which can affect. And then the last one is what kind of resources, like information, like sexual intervention, like counseling, like couple counseling, what kind of intervention or services I have around me to use. All these will, in the end, give you the last formation of your sexuality. So it is quite complicated.